Hello everyone, in my previous video we have looked into aerobic and anaerobic fermentation. Also we have seen batch and continuous fermentation. Now in this video we will look into the type of fermentation based on the growth pattern, that is surface fermentation, submerged fermentation and solid substrate fermentation. An industrial product can be produced by both surface and submerged process. In surface fermentation, the microorganism is allowed to grow on the surface of the media, wherein here one side of the organism will be exposed to the air and the other side of the organism will be exposed to the media. Now surface fermentation is further subdivided into solid culture or a liquid culture based on the culture medium that we use. The 20% of the world's citric acid production happens by using surface fermentation, where the liquid media is being used. Now in this process what we do is the sterile medium is poured into the shallow trays, and these shallow trays are usually 5 to 10 centimeter deep. These shallow trays are stacked one upon the other in an aseptic room. We call this aseptic room as a fermenter. Once it is being stacked, it is allowed for incubation and the fermentation process will start, where a sterile air is blown over these cultures to give an aerobic condition. Uh, During this time, the fermentation process will happen and the products are being formed, and the organism grows only on the surface of the medium. That is why it's called as surface fermentation. It is usually done in shallow trays. Moving into submerged fermentation, in submerged fermentation the organism is grown suspended inside the medium. So here the organisms are completely suspended inside the medium. So the organism do not grow only on the surface, it grows on the surface as well as in the medium completely. This type of fermentation can be both aerobic and anaerobic fermentation. The two types of fermenters that are used for submerged fermentation process is stirred aerated fermenter and airlift fermenter. Submerged fermentation process are widely used everywhere in the world. Even for the production of citric acid, we go for submerged fermentation. Here 80% of the world citric acid production is done by submerged fermentation process in stirred tank fermenters, which are of 200 meter cube capacity. In large airlift fermenters also the citric acid production will take place. The submerged fermentation have several advantages, that it is lower investment for construction of the stirred aerated fermenters, so therefore it is of high value, so it reduces the cost of fermentation. So in submerged fermentation, as I told you, the cells are completely suspended inside the liquid medium. We also use solid medium here, wherein here again when we use solid medium, the cells will be suspended throughout the medium. Moving on into the next type of fermentation, that is solid state fermentation. It is also called as solid substrate fermentation, or in short SSF. Solid substrate fermentation involves the growth of microorganisms only on a solid media, where we use organic materials. The organic materials here includes the cereals, grains, bran, legumes or lignocellulosic waste. The very good example of a solid state fermentation is mushroom cultivation. The various steps that are involved in solid state fermentation are the pre-treatment of the substrate. Why do we have to pre-treat the substrate is, for example, if we take a lignocellulosic waste, lignocellulosic material is a very complex material which cannot be broken down by the microorganism itself. So therefore it has to be pre-treated. We either go for mechanical pre-treatment or chemical pre-treatment or biological pre-treatment. In mechanical pre-treatment, we include autoclaving of the lignocellulosic waste, or we pass a high steam where the lignin components can be loosened. Or if we go for a chemical pre-treatment, there we use mild acids or mild bases to break down the lignin so that the cellulose can be utilized by the organism. So first the pre-treatment of the substrate will happen either mechanically, chemically or biologically. Then the microorganism will start growing on it and they will hydrolyze the complex molecules like cellulose into simpler forms. Later these simpler forms will be utilized by the microorganisms and they start growing on it, and they either produce the products. So in terms of mushroom cultivation, the product is the mushroom, so the mushroom is simply harvested. But if we go for amylase production and all, there we use wheat bran as the solid substrate. So in case of amylase production, then we will have to separate the uh, substrate, the solid substrate, from the product by various purification processes. So these are the various steps that are involved in solid state fermentation. Now there are various bioreactors that are used in solid state fermentation. Example is rotating drum fermenters. It comprises of a cylindrical vessel of around 100-liter capacity mounted onto its side onto the rollers that provide the support for the rotating vessel. So this is a rotating fermenter. These fermenter are used in enzyme and microbial mass production. So these are fitted onto these side clamps, where this is rotated continuously to keep mixing the substrate, so that the cells that are present in the fermenter can get all the nutrients that is present throughout. Another type of fermenter is a tray fermenter. These are used extensively for the production of fermented oriented foods and enzymes. These substrates are here, the substrates are spread onto the tray to a depth of only a few centimeters. Then these trays are stacked in a chamber through which a humidified air is circulated. So inside these trays, the fermentation will take place. And then you have a bed system. These are used in commercial koji production, consisting of a bed of substrate up to 1 meter depth, not centimeter, it is 1 meter depth, through which a humidified air is continuously forced from below, so that on the surface or throughout the substrate the organism grows and the fermentation takes place. Moving on to the next type of fermenter is a column bioreactor. The bioreactor consists of a glass or a plastic column into which the solid substrate is loosely packed. Now this is surrounded by a jacket that provides a temperature control system. So when the temperature is increasing, a cooling jacket will be present around here, through which a cold water will be passed through to absorb the heat that is being formed during the fermentation process. So here the column is filled with the substrate loosely, and the microorganism will grow on the substrate and the products are being formed. These vessels are used to produce organic acids, ethanol and biomass. The last type of a bioreactor is fluidized bed bioreactors. These reactors are provided with continuous agitation with forced air to prevent the adhesion and aggregation of the substrate particles. These systems have been particularly useful for the biomass production for animal feed. So these are the various bioreactors that we usually use in the solid state fermentation. Now there are various advantages and disadvantages of the solid state fermenter. The solid state fermentation lack the sophisticated control mechanism that are usually associated with the submerged fermentations. In some instances, the solid state fermentation are the most suitable methods for the production of certain products. For example, most fungi do not form spores in submerged fermentation, but sporulation is often accomplished in the solid substrate fermentation. So that is one of the advantage of the solid substrate fermentation. Solid substrate fermentation use is often hampered by a lack of knowledge of intrinsic kinetics of microbial growth under these operating conditions. So therefore that is one of the major disadvantage. So people do not know the kinetics that are involved in the microbial growth in solid substrate fermentation. So that is one of the major disadvantage of the solid substrate fermentation. In solid substrate fermentation, the microbe grows very slowly. That is another disadvantages, and it has a lot of difficulties in the product purification. So that is all about the solid substrate fermentation. So here we complete the different types of fermentation. Thank you all.